Hi Susan, this is Jackie, and I thought I'd make this quick little tutorial for you to walk you through how to use our databases. One thing you don't have is a library card number and looking up your account. I will be emailing that to you separately for security reasons, like any resource on campuses or confidential resources, so you'll see that in your email shortly. And you need your library card number for accessing resources off campus. That means from home, from Starbucks, and apparently Milton Free Water, which should not be the case. So that is leading me to a question that I will have to follow up with our IT department on. But in the meantime, your library card should get you in. So starting at our library homepage, to get to our library homepage, you will go to our college homepage, bluecc.edu, of course, and click on the library link, and that gets you here. And you want peer review resources. I'm not sure of your subject, but I want you to have this to walk you through how you would access those in general. So we're going to go ahead and click on library databases. I suspect for your research, we're going to go to top library databases here, that the best database to use is our EBSCO databases. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. You're probably familiar with those from graduate school or undergraduate school, whichever, or both. So with our EBSCO databases, EBSCO I like to call like the mall. You go to the mall, which is this large entity, which is like EBSCO, but within the mall there are individual specialized shops or department stores. And so these specialized shops I equate to my metaphor for our different databases. So for example, one specialty database or shop is CINAHL, which is a nursing database. And you can see multiple other ones. For your research, I suspect that the two you're going to want to use are ERIC, which you're probably familiar with. And also, as we scroll down a little bit further, at the very bottom probably, they're not in alphabetical order for some reason. That's the company, not me. Academic Search Complete. So let's go ahead and click Continue. So you said peer review resources. Again, maybe we'll have a conversation over the phone about what you really need by that. Not all ERIC resources are peer reviewed. Not in all necessarily necessary research needs to be peer reviewed. If you are looking at major national reports, say produced by the Department of Education, those are peer reviewed, but they are done by scholars. So it's just something to keep in mind. I'm going to leave that open for you to decide as far as evidence. If you did want it limit to peer reviewed, you can certainly do that from the get-go by clicking right here under peer reviewed. As you scroll down, and that's for the academic search database, as you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see some other things, but what you'll see, for example, in the ERIC limiters, that's what I'm talking about now, they don't have peer reviewed as a limitation because that doesn't necessarily apply to the works submitted to the ERIC database. But it still has exceptional resources, so I think you should avail yourself of those. So a sample search, you know, I can just guess what you might need. This is where, and you've probably done this type of searching before for your education work, is playing with your keywords can be the challenge, and being flexible with your keywords can be a challenge. So I'm going to give you a perfect example. Student success versus academic achievement. Kind of mean the same thing, but they can be a little bit different. So I just want to show you really quickly student success. And let's go ahead and do community colleges. Again, that might not be necessary. I just changed it to in, but that's fine. And you could add rural if you wanted to, you know, depending on what you wanted to look at. But let's go ahead and click search just there. So we have received about 540 results. We're going to move this over just a little bit. And some things that I want to show you right away. Student success in community college, 540 results. Some of these are from ERIC. Some of these are going to be, and they say that they're from ERIC, some will be from Academic Search Complete. Here's one right here. Wow, student success letters, leading the charge for change at community colleges. It might be perfect. And I guess, you know what I'll do is I'll just start by showing you how to look at some of these records, and then I'll show you some filtering options. So I've clicked on that title of the article to get the full record for this. And this is telling me quite a few things. One is I can see who the key authors are. So if you want to research certain scholars like, you know, Tinto, Aston, whomever you might want to research for your expert, Paulo Freire, you could certainly, you know, pay attention to that here. I can see this is from a journal called Change. It was published in 2015. It's a 10-page article. I can get an idea, let me scroll over here, from the abstract about what this is about. And in our summary here can be very useful, especially for the 20-page article. It can help you just make a decision. But what I want to point out to you is subject terms. These can be fantastic to help you narrow down exactly what you might be interested in looking at. For example, your subject term, what you might be really after is actually, I'm really interested in community college student development programs. If you click on this link, that is going to take you to every article in this database that addresses that topic. It's something that you wouldn't necessarily put in for your search originally, but this is what's called a controlled vocabulary. All these articles in these databases are actually reviewed by a human being. And a human being will identify and tag all the articles that are entered in to common ideas or common subject headings, and this is where this has been mapped to. So that's how that process works. But you can see also this dropouts and prevention, that sort of thing, services, etc., etc. Okay, we've talked about all that, but how to get to the actual article? The article is going to be available in PDF or HTML. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. And I'm going to move this over a little bit. This is a very interesting graphic. It's a PDF, so this is exactly what it looked like in the original publication. So that's how you would read it in the article itself. And HTML would just be straight text. I'm going to move over here, and why I'm doing that is because I want to show you these tools. You can print, you can download, you can email this to yourself. If you happen to be somebody who likes to read at home, you know, in the evening or on the weekends, you can email these to yourself and have them waiting for you. It also has a great citation feature. So I'm assuming you will cite your material, and the college, as you probably know, doesn't have a citation style that we use for whatever reason. But I would recommend APA, and you probably know that. For this institution, again, we don't have a standard. The other thing I want to point out is this folder option. Oops, let's move. I'm trying to move my screen up here. Sorry. This add to folder option, I want to caution you with this. You can add to a folder, but you can only add to a folder for the duration of your session. So the minute you log out, all that information is gone. If you want to keep things in a personal folder, you can do that in EBSCO by creating your own account, which is fantastic. So you sign in. I'm assuming you don't have an account, so you would create a new account. And now you have your own personalized space within EBSCO to use. So you can have folders, you can have subfolders. You can even actually get to a point where you create search alerts. So especially for graduate and PhD students, they use this all the time. You create a search alert saying, I want every article published on student achievement, rural community colleges. Boom. Every article that's produced once a week, you'll get an email from EBSCO giving you all the new articles produced on that subject. It's pretty cool. Not everybody uses that. It just depends on how in-depth you get. So anyway, so that's one article. Going back, because I want to show you a couple other features. Sorry, I'm back arrowing here. Not always the best. Way to go. Go on, computer, you can do it. And so I'm going, this is back to our main search screen. It says 540 results. A couple other things I want to point out to you to narrow down, because people often narrow down, they'll start with a large topic, like student success in community colleges, but then they'll say, no, I really want to narrow down to peer-reviewed. You could certainly do that now. In fact, if we limited that, but I'll get rid of your ERIC documents. You can go forward in time, so if you really want information from the last, 5 years, you can do that. And that's actually changed your results down to 192 rather than 540. The other thing that you can do is, do you remember those subject terms that I mentioned, that they show up at the article level? They also show up within the research level. So if you wanted to limit specifically to prevention and college dropouts, this would limit your articles down to just 7 automatically. We put in student success. If we put in academic achievement, that'd be down to 13. And the other thing to think about with subject headings is, we put in community colleges. And that's my default as well. I'm like, oh yeah, there actually might be a little bit more different search in 2-year colleges. So these are ways to also narrow down what you're looking for. So Again, the big challenge, I think, is often working with these keywords, working with your ideas, and thinking about how is this expressed in the current literature. I have coffee sitting here that I almost knocked over. So, for example, if we had typed in academic achievement, and you know what's helpful, and EBSCO didn't used to do this, it starts trying to guess what you're after. You could actually do academic achievement or academic performance or academic success. And again, you might want to limit to community colleges if that's the population you are addressing and hitting search. I could obviously do this all day, but we're down to 522. We didn't say rural, we didn't limit anything else. But again, there's options to narrow down. We're still at our 2010 and current. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. I really think that will get a lot of what you need. I'm going to send you your barcode right now, and I can give you a call too, but I had a feeling that you might want to look at this several times, and I've just found it easy to answer my reference questions using this free video streaming tool. So folks can continually access that. So all right, we'll be in touch, Susan. Take care.